Hello and welcome back to Voice of English Learners. I'm Alex speaking. Today, I am here with you for a calm, slow English podcast. Our topic today is ordering food in English. We will imagine a restaurant together. We will imagine you sitting at a table, talking to a waiter or a waitress in English. This episode is for beginners, A1 or A2 level. So I will use very simple words. I will speak slowly. I will repeat ideas many times in easy ways. I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel relaxed. You can use this episode for shadowing practice. Shadowing means you listen and you speak with me. You listen to my sentence and then you repeat my sentence. You can repeat a little after me, or you can repeat at the same time as me. Both are okay. Both help you. Sometimes I will give you clear example sentences. These are sentences you can use in a real restaurant. After these sentences, I will say, "Now you repeat." When you see or hear this, you can copy my sentence with your voice. You can say it out loud. You can move your mouth, your tongue, and your lips. When you move your mouth many times, English becomes easier. Your mouth learns the movement. Your brain learns the sound. In this episode, we will go step by step. First, we talk about simple phrases for coming to the restaurant and asking for a table. Then, we talk about the menu and drinks. After that, we talk about ordering food, asking special questions, and asking for the bill. Later, there will be a long, slow story. In the story, you go to a cafe, and you order food in English. You are not alone. I am here with you. I am on your side. You are doing something kind for your future self. You are giving yourself more freedom in English. Sit in a comfortable place. Relax your shoulders. Let your face and your jaw be soft. Take a gentle breath in and a gentle breath out. Take a deep breath. Let's begin. The core lesson and shadowing practice. 1. Arriving at the restaurant and asking for a table. Let's imagine you arrive at a restaurant. Maybe you are alone. Maybe you are with a friend. When you go inside, usually a server or a host says hello to you. You need a simple way to ask for a place to sit. Here is a very useful sentence. You can use it in many places in many countries. You can say, "A table for one, please." Now you repeat. If you are with one friend, there are two people. You can say, "A table for two, please." Now you repeat. If there are three people, you change the number. You can say, "A table for three, please." Now you repeat. You can also say it in a longer and more polite way. You can say, "Could we have a table for two, please?" Now you repeat. These sentences are short, clear, and polite. They are easy for your mouth. The more you say them now, the easier they will be in real life. After the person gives you a table, you often want to say thank you. A small thank you is simple, but it feels very nice and polite. You can say, "Thank you." Now you repeat. You can also say, "Thank you very much." Now you repeat. These tiny sentences are powerful. Small words, big feeling. Now you are at the table. Maybe the host or server gives you a menu. Sometimes you need to ask for the menu. Let's practice that. You can say, "Can I see the menu, please?" Now you repeat. You can also say, "Could I have the menu?" please? Now you repeat. Both are good. Both are kind. Both are simple and polite. Take a small breath. You are doing well. These first sentences are like small keys. They open the door to English conversations in restaurants. 2. Drinks and easy menu choices. Now you are sitting at your table. You have the menu in your hand. Very often, the server comes and asks about drinks first. This is the drink part of your order. It is good to have 2 or 3 drink sentences ready in your head. The server might say, "Can I get you something to drink?" Or, "What would you like to drink?" When you hear this, you can answer in a simple way. You can say, "I'd like some water, please." Now you repeat. You can also say, "I'd like a glass of water, please." Now you repeat. If you want something sweet and cold, maybe you choose juice. You can say, "I'd like an orange juice, please." Now you repeat. You can say, "I'd like an apple juice, please." Now you repeat. If you enjoy hot drinks, you can order tea or coffee. You can say, "Can I have a cup of tea, please?" Now you repeat. You can say, "Can I have a coffee with milk, please?" Now you repeat. These little patterns repeat again and again. "I'd like" and "can I have" are very, very useful for many things, not only food. Now let's talk about looking at the menu. When you open the menu, maybe there are many words. Can feel a little scary. That is okay. You can take your time and you can also ask questions. You can say, "What is this?" and point to something on the menu. Now you repeat. You can say, "What is in this dish?" Now you repeat. You can also say, "Is this spicy?" Now you repeat. These questions help you understand the food. They also give you more control. You do not have to guess. You can ask. Remember, you are doing great. Every time you repeat these sentences, you teach your mouth what to do. You teach your brain that English in a restaurant is possible for you. Now, imagine you are ready to order food. The server comes back and asks if you are ready. Let's move to that part. 3. Ordering your food. Starters, main dishes, and sides. Now it is time to choose your food. This is the main part of ordering. We will keep it simple, friendly, and polite. The server might ask, "Are you ready to order?" When you are ready, you can answer in an easy way. You can say, "Yes, I'm ready." Now you repeat. If you want to say what you would like, you can use our favorite pattern, "I'd like." You can say, "I'd like the tomato soup, please." Now you repeat. You can say, "I'd like the chicken salad, please." Now you repeat. You can say, "I'd like the cheese pizza, please." Now you repeat. If you want to order more than one thing, you can join them with "and." You can say, "I'd like the tomato soup and the cheese pizza, please." Now you repeat. You can also use "Can I have?" Feels a little different, but the meaning is very close. You can say, "Can I have the grilled fish, please?" Now you repeat. You can say, "Can I have the vegetable burger, please?" Now you repeat. Next, let's talk about side dishes. Side dishes are small foods that come with your main dish. They can be rice, salad, fries, vegetables, and so on. You can say, "Can I have some rice on the side, please?" Now you repeat. You can say, Can I have some fries on the side, please? Now you repeat. Sometimes the server wants to know which side you want. Maybe they say, "Would you like rice or fries?" You can answer with a short sentence. You can say, "I'd like rice, please." Now you repeat. You can say, "I'd like fries, please." Now you repeat. If you are not ready to order when the server asks, that is also fine. You can say you need more time. You can say, "Not yet, I need a few more minutes, please." Now you repeat. You can say, "Not yet, I'm still looking at the menu." Now you repeat. These are kind and clear answers. You are still in control. You can breathe and decide slowly. Remember, you are doing great. This practice is helping you even if it feels simple. Simple sentences said many times make strong English. Small steps are big steps. 4. Special requests, problems, and the bill. Sometimes you need to say something special about your food. Maybe you do not eat meat. Maybe you have an allergy. Maybe you want less salt or no sugar. You can say this in simple English too. If you do not eat meat, you can say, "I don't eat meat." Now you repeat. You can say, "I am vegetarian." Now you repeat. If you do not eat animal products, you can say, "I am vegan." Now you repeat. Allergies are important. If you are allergic to something, please tell the server. You can say, "I'm allergic to nuts." Now you repeat. You can say, "I'm allergic to milk." Now you repeat. You can say, "I'm allergic to seafood." Now you repeat. These sentences help keep you safe. They are very important. Sometimes you want to change the dish a little. Maybe you want less salt, no cheese, or no onions. That is okay. You can ask in a kind way. You can say, "Can you make it with less salt, please?" Now you repeat. You can say, "Can you make it without cheese, please?" Now you repeat. You can say, "Can you make it without onions, please?" Now you repeat. Now, what if there is a problem? Problems can happen. Maybe the food is cold. Maybe the dish is not what you ordered. You can still be calm and polite, and you can say a simple sentence. You can say, "Excuse me, my food is cold." Now you repeat. You can say, "Excuse me, this is not what I ordered." Now you repeat. You can say, "Excuse me, I ordered the soup, not the salad." Now you repeat. You see, even a problem can be handled with short, friendly English. At the end of the meal, you want to pay. You need the bill. In some places, people say bill. In some places, people say check. Both words are good to know. You can say, "Can I have the bill, please?" Now you repeat. You can say, "Can I have the check, please?" Now you repeat. After you pay, you can say thank you again. This closes the visit in a nice way. You can say, "Thank you, the food was very good." Now you repeat. These small words leave a warm feeling for you and for the server. You are doing very well. You now know how to ask for a table, order drinks and food, ask special questions, and ask for the bill. Now, let's practice everything inside a long, gentle story. 5. Story-based shadowing. A visit to Green Garden Cafe. Soft sound. First, I will tell you the story in simple, slow English. Just listen and enjoy. You can lightly repeat if you want, but you do not have to. After that, we will go sentence by sentence with shadowing. Full story, just listen. It is a sunny afternoon. You are a little hungry and a little thirsty. You decide to go to a small restaurant near your home. The restaurant is called Green Garden Cafe. The name feels calm and friendly. You walk to the cafe and open the door. Inside, you see a few tables and some green plants by the window. The place looks simple but nice. A friendly server walks to you with a smile. The server says, "Hello, how are you today?" You smile back. You feel a little shy, but you also feel ready. You want to use your English. You say, "I'm fine, thank you. A table for one, please." The server nods and shows you a small table by the window. You sit down and look outside at the street. The server gives you a menu and says, "Here is the menu." You say, "Thank you," and begin to look at the words. You read slowly. You see drinks, water, tea, coffee, orange juice, and apple juice. You see food, tomato soup, vegetable soup, chicken salad, cheese pizza, and grilled fish. The server comes back and asks, "Can I get you something to drink?" You think for a moment and then you answer, "Yes, I'd like an orange juice, please." The server smiles and writes your order. You feel proud. You just ordered your drink in English. The server then asks, "Are you ready to order your food?" You are not sure yet. There are many choices. You look at the menu again. You decide you need more time. You say, "Not yet. I need a few more minutes, please." The server says, "No problem," and walks away. You read the menu again. This time you look carefully at the soups and the pizza. The tomato soup looks simple and warm. The cheese pizza looks delicious. You decide to take both. After a short time, the server comes back and asks, "Are you ready to order now?" You take a small breath and smile. You say, "Yes, I'm ready. I'd like the tomato soup and the cheese pizza, please." Then you add, "Can you make the pizza with less salt, please?" The server says, "Of course," and writes everything down. Soon the server brings your orange juice. You taste it. It is cold and sweet. You feel relaxed. After a few minutes, the server brings the tomato soup. The soup smells very good. You take a spoon and taste it. It is hot and tasty. You smile to yourself. You feel happy that you came here. Later, the server brings your cheese pizza. It looks great. There is less salt, just like you asked. You eat slowly and enjoy each bite. You look around the cafe. You hear other people talking. You notice that you are calm. You are not afraid. You are eating and thinking in English. When you finish your meal, the server comes and asks, "Was everything okay?" You say, "Yes, thank you. The food was very good." Then you say, "Can I have the bill, please?" The server brings the bill. You pay, you say, "Thank you, have a nice day." And you stand up. You leave Green Garden Cafe with a small smile on your face. You feel proud. Today you ordered food in English. You spoke politely. You asked for less salt. You asked for the bill. You did everything in English step by step. You think, small steps are big steps. and you walk home feeling strong and happy. You are not just studying English. In this story, you are living in English, sentence by sentence shadowing. Now we will go through the story again, one sentence at a time. I will say a sentence and then I will guide you to repeat it. It is a sunny afternoon. Now you repeat. You are a little hungry and a little thirsty. Now you repeat. You decide to go to a small restaurant near your home. Now you repeat. The restaurant is called Green Garden Cafe. Now you repeat. You walk to the cafe and open the door. Now you repeat. Inside, you see a few tables and some green plants by the window. Now you repeat. The place looks simple but nice. Now you repeat. A friendly server walks to you with a smile. Now you repeat. The server says, "Hello, how are you today?" Now you repeat. You smile back. Now you repeat. You say, "I'm fine, thank you. A table for one, please." Now you repeat. The server shows you a small table by the window. Now you repeat. You sit down and look outside at the street. Now you repeat. The server gives you a menu and says, "Here is the menu." Now you repeat. You say, "Thank you," and begin to look at the words. Now you repeat. You see drinks, water, tea, coffee, orange juice, and apple juice. Now you repeat. You see food, tomato soup, vegetable soup, chicken salad, cheese pizza, and grilled fish. Now you repeat. The server comes back and asks, "Can I get you something to drink?" Now you repeat. You answer, "Yes, I'd like an orange juice, please." Now you repeat. The server smiles and writes your order. Now you repeat. You feel proud. Now you repeat. The server then asks, "Are you ready to order your food?" Now you repeat. You say, "Not yet, I need a few more minutes, please." Now you repeat. You read the menu again. Now you repeat. You decide to take the tomato soup and the cheese pizza. Now you repeat. After a short time, the server comes back and asks, "Are you ready to order now?" Now you repeat. You say, "Yes, I'm ready. I'd like the tomato soup and the cheese pizza, please." Now you repeat. You add, "Can you make the pizza with less salt, please?" Now you repeat. The server says, "Of course," and writes everything down. Now you repeat. Soon, the server brings your orange juice. Now you repeat. You taste it. It is cold and sweet. Now you repeat. You feel relaxed. Now you repeat. After a few minutes, the server brings the tomato soup. Now you repeat. You taste the soup. It is hot and tasty. Now you repeat. You smile to yourself. Now you repeat. Later, the server brings your cheese pizza. Now you repeat. You eat slowly and enjoy each bite. Now you repeat. You look around the cafe and feel calm. Now you repeat. When you finish your meal, the server asks, "Was everything okay?" Now you repeat. You say, "Yes, thank you. The food was very good." Now you repeat. You say, "Can I have the bill, please?" Now you repeat. The server brings the bill. Now you repeat. You pay and say, "Thank you, have a nice day." Now you repeat. You leave Green Garden Cafe with a small smile on your face. Now you repeat. You think, "Small steps are big steps." Now you repeat. You walk home feeling strong and happy. Now you repeat. You are doing great. This long story practice is helping you build real, living English in your mind and in your mouth. The motivational summary. Let's slowly remember what we did today. We stayed together for a long, gentle practice. We did not hurry. We did not rush. We walked step by step through a full restaurant visit in English. You learned how to ask for a table. You learned how to ask for the menu. You learned how to ask for a drink and how to order simple food. You learned how to order soup, salad, pizza, fish, and more. You learned how to ask for rice or fries on the side. You also learned how to make special requests. You learned sentences for saying, "I'm vegetarian," and "I'm allergic to nuts." You learned how to ask for less salt or food without cheese and without onions. These are important for your health and for your comfort. You learned how to deal with problems in a calm, polite way. You practiced sentences like, "Excuse me, my food is cold," and "Excuse me, this is not what I ordered." You learned how to ask for the bill and how to say thank you at the end. Then you lived inside a story. You went to Green Garden Cafe. You heard yourself order an orange juice, tomato soup, and cheese pizza in English. You asked for less salt. You asked for the bill. In the story, you were not just reading. You were inside the situation. Remember this, you are not just studying English. You are living in English. In your mind, you walked into the cafe. In your mind, you smiled at the server. In your mind, you spoke these simple English sentences. This is real practice. This is real life. You are not just studying English. You are living in English when you repeat these sentences. You are living in English when you imagine the restaurant. You are living in English when you feel a little nervous and still speak. I am proud of you. You stayed with this slow, long episode. You gave time to your English. You made many small steps. And small steps are big steps. Every repeat is a step. Every shadowed sentence is a step. You are moving forward. The outro and sign OFF. Now we come to the end of this episode of Voice of English Learners. Thank you for staying with me, Alex, for this gentle practice. You spent time with simple restaurant English. You listened, you repeated, and you imagined real situations. Please remember that you can come back to this episode many times. You can listen again tomorrow. You can listen again next week. You can shadow again and again. Every time you repeat these sentences, your English becomes a little more natural, a little more easy. One day you will sit in a real restaurant. You will look at a real menu. You will look at a real server and say, "A table for two, please?" Or, "Can I see the menu, please?" You will order your drink and your food. You will ask for the bill. And you will feel, "Yes, I know how to do this in English." That moment will not come from magic. It will come from your work, your patience, and your practice now. From listening to slow English. From repeating simple sentences. From living in English for a few quiet minutes with me today. Thank you for trusting me as your calm English partner. I am happy to be in your headphones or your speakers. I am happy to speak slowly with you. I hope you feel a little more brave and a little more strong in English now. Please come again for more slow episodes, more shadowing, and more gentle English. You are growing. You are improving. You are not just studying English. You are living in English. This is Voice of English Learners. I'm Alex. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.